Hello, everyone. It's Ty. I'm the only one on the show this week, pretty much. Mariah got engaged. She's on vacation, so congrats to Mariah. Sam's on vacation right now. And Matt Barry's also on vacation, who we normally get to sub in for the X After Hours podcast when I'm away. So we have no video this week. It's audio only. I apologize for that. It's just this week, audio only. Mariah and Sam should be back next week. And I did line up a guest for us. It's TSM's That's Sports Man. He covers sports for us on X Afternoons with Mariah and Ty from time to time. Here's a clip of him.
And now a sports update with sports analyst Todd Rodman.
All right, Flames training camp is getting ready to gear off. Here to give us a little preview, a little rundown, Mr. Todd Rodman. Todd, what do you got for us?
Honestly, not a ton yet. It's just kicking off, and I can't find it.
You can't find it? You didn't know the location or where to go?
Yeah, I figured there's only so many places they could be, but I've been driving around, 45 minutes outside the city checking every campsite that I ever went to, and I can't find them. They're not camping anywhere.
Wait. Why are you checking campsites? You should check a rink.
Did you say campsite?
Yeah, they're a training camp.
Todd, it's not like an RV like summer campsite.
No, they're not in an RV, Mariah. That's ridiculous. But they're probably zip lining and doing archery and trust exercise.
So do you think that the Calgary Flames training camp is like them getting badges for like tying knots and stuff and like doing stuff like that?
You guys are confusing this with scouts. I'm just saying they're trying to form like a nice team bond. Okay, you guys sound ridiculous, and I'm saying that this is how you build a team, and they'll probably sing songs around a campfire.
X Afternoons with Mariah and Ty.
And I thought maybe, we could chat sports with him and still be a part of your weekly podcast schedule, because I know that is important to you. We do review of the week, we do the Hall of Fame, we have a couple drinks, and we'll play a couple clips of myself and Mariah chatting with Todd Rodman throughout the podcast. So she will be on the podcast. Hit it, Logan.
It's X After Hours Podcast with Mariah and Ty.
Your weekly download of X92.9's X Afternoons extracurricular activities. Enjoy.
This week on X After Hours.
My stepdad doesn't like when I take his beers. Oh, that must be sports related as well, because there's only one letter difference. Oh, he got long COVID. They were probably dating forever before they told me, because they knew that I would have questions because I'm an investigative journalist.
Episode 26 of X After Hours, and I do have a guest with me today. He covers sports on the station, specifically X Afternoons with Mariah and Ty from time to time. Todd Rodman joins us. Todd, welcome to the podcast. How does it feel to be on?
Oh, it's great. I love podcasts. I understand they're very popular.
Yeah, they are. And it's sports podcasts definitely taken off. There's a lot of stuff going on in the sports world right now. So I just thought it made sense to bring you on. Now, at the start of our podcast, Todd, we always bring a drink. I did tell you about this ahead of time. I'm doing the Jamrock Blackberry Sour with Vanilla from the EST Brewing Company, the Establishment Brewing Company. What are you having, Todd?
I have this a Chestnut Ale that I've had under my bed since just around Christmas. It's a Christmas beer, but I didn't have any of my own beer, and my stepdad doesn't like when I take his beer, so I took this one back over the holidays, and he never noticed that it was gone. So it's warm, but it's free.
Where were you hiding this beer from him?
Oh, I do not like that.
Okay, you don't like the beer. Well, I do like mine. What did you say it was? It was a nut brown Christmas ale?
It's a chestnut ale, like chestnuts roasting over an open fire. Whereas these chestnuts in this beer have more just been like getting warm near an air vent under my bed for 6 months.
So under your bed, you've been hiding those beers. Aren't you old enough to buy liquor though?
What, you think I'm made of money?
Okay, so you stole your stepdad's beer. You're here to talk.
No, I didn't. Okay, sure. Stole is such an ugly word. I took something he wouldn't notice that was missing. It's so long ago. I don't even think he remembers, that Christmas. He was really mean to me around Christmas anyway. Todd, get a job. Anyway.
All right, well, I kind of support him in that, Todd. I got to say. So you're on
have a job.
you're on the podcast today. I'm sure a lot of people want to know, like, how
Now I
did
have 2 jobs.
you have 2 jobs?
Well, I'm on the podcast now.
All right, Todd. We're not paying you for this. There's literally just no one else here. Like, everyone's gone from X. Like, Matt Barry's on vacation. Beckler and Shauna work mornings. I'm not going to get them on. Justin lives too far. So you're the last resort, Todd. Like, you're the last thing we have.
Sure, and let the record show that in X's time of need, Todd Rodman stepped up.
Okay, sure. Todd Rodman stepped up. But how did you get to be on X? Because I have gotten texts about you before. People say Mariah and Ty. Where'd you get this guy? Mariah and Ty. This guy knows nothing about sports. Mariah and Ty. Why is he on the radio? Who is this man?
Okay, well, first of all, I know everything about sports, and what I don't know, but I do know everything. But what I don't know, I make up for in enthusiasm. Okay, and can-do attitude, unless I can't do it that day. But I became your sports guy when you were early on in your radio career. You know, I started my own sports broadcasting, and you needed a guy, and I was your guy, and now I am your guy.
It was the trade deadline in the NHL today. Our Winnipeg Jets brought in veteran center Paul Stastny. There was also one other trade made. So reporting live now from the hockey headquarters of the world, hockey analyst Todd Rodman. Todd, what else went down?
Let me tell you, there was some major trader, Todd, served for lunch today. Blake Wheeler actually had a deal going on with Patrick Laine. Wheeler traded a ham sandwich for Patrick Laine's pudding snack pack. Now, as far as people are looking at trades like this and the imbalance, at the end of the day, the ham sandwich is going to be more filling. But there's just so much more satisfaction coming from that pudding snack pack. And I think people are going to find that the trade was really lopsided, especially down the road.
Oh, wait, can we talk about the actual trade, though? Like, let's break it down. What actually went down? There was another trade today.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So the ham sandwich actually was a pristine sandwich. It was on a premium bread. We're talking focaccia with herb in it. And the ham wasn't just your standard run-of-the-mill ham. We're talking honey. So it was a...
Todd Rodman, you are the worst hockey analyst I've ever met.
Well, you know, that's Todd Rodman, reporting from the hockey headquarters of the world.
Yeah, Todd's contract is pretty airtight. So what happened was I was working in Winnipeg, and so I saw this posting on Kijiji. It said TSN, but that was a typo, I now understand. It was supposed to be TSM, and that's you. That's that sportsman.
Yeah, TSM stands for that sportsman. And TSN was just my phone auto-corrected because that's, you know, most people in Canada type TSN. But TSM, I just thought that was very similar, and a lot of people would think, oh, that must be sports related as well, because there's only one letter difference.
And you haven't gotten
network.
Like any copyright strikes against you or anything like that?
No, mostly because I don't think they know who I am yet. So I'm prepared to cross that bridge. But I've been at this for, I guess, how many years would it be now? 6, 7 years?
Probably
Something
6,
like
7
that.
years trying to cover sports, doing your best
No.
to cover it.
Well, okay. I mean, I think, you know, how long have you worked at X? Not 7 years. Like, let's be honest. Okay. One of us has job security.
Fair point, I guess. I mean, I am the one on this podcast. This is my podcast. It's X After Hours with Mariah and Ty.
Well, it's ours now, actually. Oh, and I wanted to talk to you about that, especially because I think that there's a good opportunity, you know, for more of a focus on the things that I do, because as we just said, I had 7 years experience. I have an intro produced and everything. Hit it, Logan.
You're listening to the Todd Rodman Rodcast, digging a little deeper into the world of TSM sports. Here's that sportsman, Todd Rodman.
How did you get that made? Like, I don't understand how you even have the connections to do that. So
I know, right? I mean, it's all about who you know.
I don't even know how you know Logan. You guys have never even been in the same room together. Do you want to start?
Yeah, no, I don't know him at all. We've never met.
And yet you had that made. Okay. Do you want to talk about any sports today, Todd? Do you want to talk some Calgary Flames, perhaps?
Oh, are they playing tonight?
It is the off season right now, Todd. So a bunch of Flames players actually just left the team, and people are wondering what the Flames are going to do, how they're going to rebuild things.
Oh, they walked off the ice tonight.
No, there was no game. The Flames did lose a couple players.
They lost the game.
There was no game at all, Todd. They said that they didn't want to be on the team anymore, so they've been making some moves, and it looks like they're going to try to rebuild in a way. If you don't know that, how about Mika Kiprusoff? His jersey's getting retired next year. How does that make you feel? Do you feel it's well earned? He never did get them that Stanley Cup.
Well, he hasn't played in ages, so there's no point in selling the sweaters anymore if nobody's going to buy those.
So no, they're not retiring, selling the jersey. They're just going to hang it from the rafters.
Right, but I'm just surprised that he took that long to retire because he hasn't been on the ice in ages.
He's been retired for a fair chunk of time. Do you think that he's just retiring
is this
now?
something where they just? Oh, okay. Were they just late because of COVID? Was this during the COVID stuff? They couldn't do it.
No, he was retired long before COVID, Todd. Much longer before.
Oh, he got long COVID.
I mean, no, that's not it either. But
okay, all right.
Can you tell us about?
I mean, I guess I have mixed feelings because I don't fully understand the situation.
You don't fully understand the situation. Okay, fair enough. I think it's pretty simple, but sure. The FIFA Women's World Cup, Todd, have you been following that? Lots of games, different times a day. It's super fun. You know, sometimes you're staying up late to watch the action, and then, you know, the next time you're waking up at 6 a.m. to watch a game. Who do you think?
I've never been up at 6 a.m. in my life. And also, I'm not allowed to watch TV after 8 p.m., usually because that's my stepdad's TV time.
So your stepdad takes over the TV. How do you follow the sports then? Like on your phone?
Well, it's if I have data, sure. It's his TV. Okay, I should be honest.
Sure.
It's his TV.
He has one TV. Yeah. All right. So then he kicks you off after 8 o'clock. How do you go about watching sports then? Like it's either on your phone or you just.
You know how if you Google a game, you can see if anything's happened, like in little bits and pieces.
Like the little ticker, it updates the score.
Sometimes I go on Twitter and I just see the little GIFs of sports stuff that has happened, which is very confusing because it's often iconic stuff from over the years as opposed to a game that's actually happening. Oh, hey, speaking of Twitter, are you guys suing for money?
Oh, because they're switching to X. Yeah, no, I don't know if that's a possibility.
Well, you should.
We should look at your contract because maybe you'll have to start covering sports for Elon Musk.
Don't look at my contract, but look at that contract.
Okay.
The contract you have with Twitter.
I don't have a contract with Twitter. I'm not even verified anymore.
The station does.
Oh, sure, we do. So FIFA Women's World Cup, who do you got to win? Who's your pick? Do you have a dark horse in the race? Canada, do they have a shot?
Well, you know, I think that who won the Men's World Cup? Argentina. It's probably Argentina, right? Don't they both get to win?
No, it's two different things, and I think Canada actually beat Argentina.
Canada beat Argentina. Okay, now I know you're pulling my leg.
Tell me about it. When did you first fall in love with sports? When did you wake up and you knew I was going to cover?
Oh, that's terrible. Sorry, beer is getting worse.
Yeah, you should have kept it by the vent in your stepdad's house.
Well, it's my mom's house.
Okay.
Craig's the one that moved in.
Craig's just.
Craig's my
How long
stepdad.
have they been dating, Todd?
I don't know. There's probably a different number. They were probably dating forever before they told me because they knew that I would have questions because I'm an investigative journalist.
Sure you are. And when did you start wanting to be a sports reporter? Like, can you tell me how you wanted to do this career path? Because it doesn't seem like you've really pushed forward in it. Like, you've been my sports reporter on FM radio for a long time now. Like, how's the blog going? How's the Twitter? Anything going on?
Well, I don't have a blog, and I don't have a Twitter contract anymore after they wouldn't verify me. And then there was also the situation where I was harassing my stepdad. Before he became my actual stepdad, I was harassing him on Twitter, and then Twitter blocked me. And then
how would you harass your stepdad? What were you doing? What kind of things?
Oh, I'd just send him tweets from anonymous burner accounts that I'd make, like that guy in the NBA who does the burner accounts.
Like Kevin Durant. You actually know that. That was one correct thing about sports today. That's incredible.
Okay, well, there's actually been a ton of correct things about sports. because I'm in my lane and you're in your lane. If you go back and you listen to this over and over, you're going to find there's just nuggets of truth in everything I've been saying. I'm pretty sure. We'll check it later. So I had all these burner accounts, and basically I would just like message him things like, you lost the television remote today.
Well, I think he's gonna know it's you then if you have a fake account and you're sending him a message.
Because it could have been anybody in the house.
So it's you or your mom had a fake account to this guy saying you lost the television remote. You're messaging him that stuff.
Look, love makes people do crazy things, and I really love my mom because she was letting me live in the house for rent free. And not so much anymore. So,
what are you paying for rent these days, Todd?
Too much. Too much.
You can't give me a number on it, can you? I think you're still living rent free.
Well, it's a percentage of my income, and right now that is a suspect piece.
Okay.
While I'm working to get my journalism career off the ground, I wanted to become a sports journalist.
Yes, thank you. Get into it.
I saw the movie Fletch. But also when I could not get into journalism school, and also I used to be pretty good at little minor league hockey.
So wait, you saw the movie Fletch, the movie with Chevy Chase?
Yeah.
I don't believe he's a sports reporter in that in any way.
No, but he's a detective, and at one point he wears a costume as an athlete. He wears a jogging costume.
Yeah, doesn't he pretend to be like a Los Angeles Laker or something?
Sure, I'm not familiar.
You saw the movie, and this whole thing inspired you to.
It was a long time ago.
Okay, how long ago was it?
How long have I been doing this? I don't know. 8 years ago.
It was 8 years ago, and you can't remember what happened in that movie, and it inspired you to become a sports reporter.
Sports is always changing. You've got to keep up to date. For instance, I didn't know that Mika Kiprusoff wasn't playing for the Calgary Flames anymore.
You've been covering them all season for us, so I thought.
Oh, I've been trying to.
And now a sports update with sports analyst Todd Rodman.
Daryl Sutter has been fired by the Calgary Flames, and there's no coaching replacement being announced just yet.
Big changes. Todd Rodman on the line. Todd, what do you make of this?
Well, it's just one of those things where, Sutter is one of those old guard coaches. He doesn't understand the modern game the way that a lot of these younger guys do.
That's very fair to say. That's a good assessment, Todd. I think a lot of people would agree that they need some more modern vision in there. What do you think the next step is? Do you think there's anybody formidable on the market they could go after?
At the end of the day, I just think we need to reflect. Sutter didn't really seem like a guy who owned a PlayStation. And, I think if you're not playing NHL 15 or 16 or 13 or 23 or whatever, you just don't understand how hockey works.
Oh, so he's not playing the EA Sports video game, so he doesn't understand it. Are you insinuating people who do?
Okay, well, that's a $5 word there, insinuating. First of all, I don't know what that means. Second of all, I played that game a lot, so I'm throwing my hat in the ring for a coaching job.
Okay, that's your experience?
Yeah, no, I used to play NHL 13 all the time, and I was doing really good. I made it to the Cup final on rookie mode, but eventually I was suspended from league play.
Wow.
Why were you suspended?
I broke a controller, and my mom grounded me.
It's X After Hours podcast with Mariah and Ty. Mariah and Sam are off. It's just Ty. Joining me is Todd Rodman here to talk sports. You just heard a clip of him. Todd. Hey, the new arena for the Calgary Flames. You excited for that? Is that something you can tell us about? Do you have any info on the new arena? When we can expect it? Some features that you'd like to see included for the arena.
Oh, see, there we go. Now we're talking. They don't open up the discussions enough to the common man. I think a new arena in Calgary. I think the last one had that interesting shape. And it had a dip in it.
Yeah, it's the Saddle Dome. That's why they call it shaped like a saddle.
Okay, sure. I think this one should be shaped like a horse.
Like a horse.
It should be on four legs. like a horse.
Where are they going to
really
play?
Spindly legs.
How do you get to the rink then through that thing?
Well, each leg is an elevator.
I guess that is accessible.
And the arena's on stilts, and then you can put all the parking underneath it. And then hopefully, if it's structurally sound, all those cars don't get crushed. But if they do, the insurance will cover it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. And was there any like features though, like inside? I meant like for people. You know, are you looking forward to seeing maybe like a bigger fan zone, a bigger press box? Like
I've seen in some stuff lately, there's couches that curve. So I don't understand why all the seating can't just be curved couches for the curved parts, and then regular couches for the other parts. And if you get to the couch before the other people, it's just first come, first serve. So you get the whole couch to yourself, which is something that I don't ever get at home.
Okay, so it sounds like you're talking about your home life right now, like something you'd like to see change there, where if you got the couch first, your stepdad.
We're talking about the arena. I'm not projecting. I'm very happy. What
about pocket dogs? Do you think they should stay? You know, that's what they call their famous hot dog here for the Flames, the pocket dogs. What do you think about those?
Oh, well, I mean, I think it's disgusting that people are putting food in their pockets. They should just hold it in their hands like anybody else at any other arena. There's always got to be something weird going on in Calgary, you know? We got to do something special. We got to put 1 million people in a parking lot and roll a barrel down a hill, because that was just happening the other day.
Roll a barrel down the hill here in Calgary. That happened.
I don't know. I think that's something they do with the Stampede, isn't it?
I don't know, Todd, but also
I don't know.
pocket dogs, I can tell you, people don't put them in their pocket. It's a hot dog like wrapped in a bun.
Somebody has. You go there, you have 3 or 4 of those Saddle Dome wobbly pops, and you're putting that hot dog in your pocket.
You talking about Pepsi or actually beer for the wobbly pop?
You mix the two together. That's a wobbly pop.
That's a wobbly pop? Is Pepsi and beer?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, is it better than that chestnut brown ale you're drinking right now?
It actually tastes pretty similar.
Oh, it tastes pretty similar to the warm chestnut brown ale.
Yeah.
Todd, can you tell me about your early journalism attempts? You know, like before you got on the Ty Jordan show and Mariah and Ty here on X, like what was it for you? You know, how were you covering sports? What was your first foray into sports?
Oh, well, the first thing I did was I just went right up to the arena and I said, I'm here to cover the game. And I thought that was just like, sure, because no press is bad press. They did not let me in. This was back in the PEG. And I was confused by that, because I swear I've seen some pretty low rent reporting across at least Canada's sports network stations. And I thought I could do that just as good. Now, I didn't wear a suit. So, you know, each time.
What did you wear?
Well, I guess I probably just would have been wearing my regular clothes. Although, well, no, I was probably still in my uniform from my other job.
Okay. So, and how has it been covering the Calgary Flames season? Are you going to be down here in the YYC to cover the Flames? We haven't had you on in a little while on the actual show, but I mean, the Flames haven't really been playing. I try to keep you off to talk other sports, and I try to keep you strictly to Flames, like it is agreed in our contract. Are you excited to come down and watch the Flames play, and especially enjoy the last couple seasons in the Saddle Dome?
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, a lot of that hinges on me being let in. I think that the Flames have a really good opportunity in front of them to play some interesting hockey, because once they start taking that building apart, it's going to really change the way that the building feels, because parts of it will be exposed, and it will be colder at certain times of the year. So I think that it'll be challenging for them eventually when they're just playing on the exposed ice and there's no structure.
Hockey's back!
Hockey's back!
Woo!
And now a sports update with sports analyst Todd Rodman.
Flames home opener is tonight. Joining us on the line right now, Todd Rodman. What can we expect while they take on the Avalanche?
Honestly, a really unfocused presentation. They're missing a key component.
What's that, Todd? What's your angle here?
Well, it's my understanding that they don't have a captain, and that never works out for anybody.
He's actually right on this.
Yeah, Todd, I don't know. You sound like you've turned over a new leaf. This is a great angle. I agree.
Yeah,
what do you propose that they do?
Well, I don't know what they're going to do, but I just watched a movie with it was a Tom Hanks movie, and he was the captain, but then they took him away, and once he was no longer the captain now, it got pretty bad for them.
Oh.
So this is like that.
What movie was that, Todd?
I don't know. Something Phillips. The title.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's incredible.
good comparison, I hope it doesn't get to that level of severity, but
I just think that if, captains are important, right? Would you eat Captain Crunch if it was just called Crunch and he was just standing there in a t-shirt?
I don't suppose it wouldn't have the same allure. You make a good point again, Todd.
Just an old man in a t-shirt on a box, eh?
Yeah.
With a mustache, so he's got that going for him.
Okay, all right. Well, the Flames take on the Avalanche at 7:30 tonight, despite being captainless.
Oh, it's tonight.
Yeah.
X Afternoons with Mariah and Ty on X 92.9.
It's time for Mariah and Ty's review of the week.
You're going to review something. It gets nominated for the Hall of Fame, going up against whatever I review. And the listeners get to vote something in.
Okay. All right. I'm going to review sports.
All right. Which sport are you reviewing, Todd?
No, just like sports as a concept.
The concept of sports.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So what is it, a 10 out of 10 for you? Like you just like sports a lot, clearly?
I'd probably give it a 6.
You'd give sports a 6 out of 10.
Sometimes an 8, but honestly, sometimes I can't wrap my head around what I'm watching. So more like a 6, and it's just colors,
So you're a sports reporter and you're reviewing sports as a 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10 on a good day.
A lot of them are average. Let's be honest. A lot of them are average. I mean, what would you rate the Calgary Flames last season out of 10? They didn't make the playoffs.
You're kind of right on this one, Todd.
That sounds like a 6. That sounds like a 6 to Todd.
6. Hey, I'm going to review the shot known as muff dives. I went out with some friends recently for my 30th birthday, and they bought me a muff dive shot. And I think that's a 7 out of 10. I'll do a little better than the 6 because it's fun to have to do the shot. Have you ever done one of those shots, a muff dive, Todd?
So you give it a 7 because you understand it.
Well, yeah, I understand it. Yeah. Have you ever done one of those? You get the whipped cream all over your face?
What?
It's a shot.
No. But you're eating a cup of whipped cream?
No. Well, in a sense,
Is there
yes.
alcohol in whipped cream?
No, there's not alcohol in whipped cream.
Are you sure?
What makes you think there is?
You ordered a cup of whipped cream at a bar.
That's not what they hide a shot in it, and you have to dig it out with your mouth.
Oh. No. I've never had a friend buy me a drink.
Ever? No one's ever bought you a drink, Todd? Like in your life?
No.
Oh. Well, that's
Why would they?
Okay, well, that's pretty.
Are you not doing very well either? That's why people had to pay for your drinks that night, because people always refuse to pay for mine. Especially at first they were thinking about it, but then they were just like, we're not doing that.
Okay, sure. No, people bought me a drink for my birthday. I turned 30, so I'm pretty old now.
Oh.
And then I want to give you the Hall of Fame results from last week's podcast, okay? So last week on the podcast, Todd, there was 2 things going head to head, and the things you could vote on for the Hall of Fame were Mariah's dog Tango and the fact that she got engaged, and Coca-Cola with coffee. You had a choice between either that Mariah getting engaged or Coca-Cola with coffee.
Okay, well, I'll tell you right now, I didn't think I'd be brought on this show to hear such devastating news. That's going to be a no on Mariah getting engaged. Other ladies off the market for Todd. I thought she and I really had a thing going.
I don't think she did. I don't think she had a connection with you, Todd.
Well,
But
sometimes you don't realize, where it's coming from until, you meet up and maybe you buy a guy a cup of whipped cream and you go to a hockey game that you got the tickets for because he can't afford them. Coca-Cola with coffee. Hey, that sounds a little bit like
a wobbly pop?
like a wobbly pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of is. Maybe you should start making your own with Pepsi.
I'm not allowed that much caffeine.
You don't even know how much is in it. Are you allowed none?
Well, enough from coffee and Coke. I can't have both.
All right. Well, Mariah's engagement won the Hall of Fame. It was actually a pretty closely fought race. Coca-Cola with coffee coming in with 40% of the votes.
Well, there's probably a lot of guys who thought that Mariah was going to keep her options open a little while longer, honestly.
Maybe that could be the case, but congrats to Mariah, enjoying her week off. That is why Todd Rodman's here. And now it's time where we say what we thought of the drinks. The Establishment Brewing Company Jamrock Blackberry Sour with vanilla. I give a 10 out of 10. It was very good. It kind of tastes like a peanut butter and jam sandwich minus the peanut butter.
So just a jam sandwich.
Yeah, it does, but there's like vanilla in it, so it's almost like it.
So like candy.
Yeah, it
Drinking
tastes
a
like
tube of
candy. I guess so. Yeah, you have had candy though. You're not allowed coffee, but you've had candy.
No, I sneak candy. It's easy because it's small. You can fill your pockets with it.
Okay, cool. And what do you think of
long as
your
you
stepdad's
don't have a
beer
hot
that you
dog,
stole? What was it?
It was a Chestnut Ale, and it was. I don't know if I can fairly judge it because it was
Piss warm.
warm. It was warm, and you did say that I stole it, and I've been reflecting on that, and that makes me feel a little bit bad. So it kind of tastes a little shameful. I don't think my stepdad will listen to the podcast, so I don't think he'll ever know that I took it.
Okay.
As I said, I did steal it before Christmas, so it is 7 months old.
It's
6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. The same you gave sports. You're giving that chestnut brown ale that's been sitting under your bed by the heater.
You got to keep it consistent.
All right. Well, Todd Rodman, thank you for guesting on the podcast on this audio-only edition. Maybe next week Sam and Mariah should be back. We'll be back to normal. There'll be no Todd Rodman. Maybe we'll get you down here in studio for one because I'm sure Mariah and Sam, our weekend hosts, have some questions for you.
Well, I've got some questions for them. Mariah in particular.
Okay. Well, say goodbye. Wave. Say bye,
I'm
Todd.
waving. Oh, yeah. Bye, Todd.
You've been listening to X After Hours podcast with Mariah and Ty.
You want more? Then tune into X Afternoons with these two live on Calgary's alternative X92.9 Monday through Friday 2 to 7 p.m. Mountain Time at x929.ca.
And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and have the new episode of X After Hours downloaded weekly to whatever device you use.